Welcome back to U.S. Farm Report. Trusted, timely, tradition.
Well, you may remember the story about a year ago. A medical team scored big with the groundbreaking pig heart transplant in a human. But that breakthrough technology wouldn't have been possible without research right here at Mizzou. And that focus on research and extension is still a major focus today.
There's about 100,000 people on the waiting list for organs right now. The vast majority of those are waiting for hearts.
A dire need for more heart transplants. Dr. Randall Prather, a professor here at Mizzou, discovered a major finding more than a decade ago.
To go in and disrupt the piece of DNA that codes for that protein, that enzyme that puts that molecule on the cell surface so it's not there.
Prather said the pig donor organ used in the transplant had that genetic modification from Mizzou, along with 9 others from other locations. But the driver behind Prather's research wasn't to find a solution for humans. Instead, it was pigs.
When we started on xenotransplantation, I looked at this as an opportunity to develop the technologies so we could go use them in agriculture.
And today, that research has opened the door for him to make a genetic mutation in pigs that don't get PRRS.
What you can do is alter a couple letters of 3 billion, that's a B, 3 billion letter genome, and we can make pigs that don't get PRRS.
In the U.S. alone, PRRS has cost the industry an estimated $664 million per year. But Prather's research could potentially eliminate it. The barrier today, FDA.
We eat all kinds of genetically modified plants. People use the exact same technology, doing the exact same thing we do in pigs to make the plants. FDA doesn't regulate those.
That's not stopping Prather as his research is ramping up with a construction project to expand the high biosecurity facility at Mizzou. As Mizzou recognizes how vital this and other work research and extension is doing truly is.
It's about being relevant. This university, our college, is relevant for Missouri's farmers, for the ranchers, for the foresters. We're helping our farmers adapt to new climate-smart practices. And as they apply those new approaches, our farmers tend to benefit.
The College of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources, or CAFNR, hit an all-time record in awards for the recent fiscal year of $62 million.
We were very fortunate here at the University of Missouri to receive a $25 million grant, which was the largest in the history of the university as far as a federal grant.
Rob Myers is director for the Center for Regenerative Agriculture.
It's really about basing agriculture more heavily on soil health, but adding more diversity to our cropping livestock systems, so we have more resiliency in the face of challenging weather conditions.
Launched nearly 2 years ago, there are 40 faculty and external partners digging into regenerative agriculture today.
Well, there's just a lot of questions about what is regenerative agriculture. Is it the same as sustainable agriculture? Is it different from organic agriculture? It's more focused on regenerating the soil, again, making it healthier.
Myers says by working with Missouri farmers, they found a way to raise cattle and sheep, along with hazelnuts, chestnuts, and elderberries, all on one farm in an effort to build soil health.
So our specific project is to help farmers with cover crops, regenerative grazing systems, planting some trees in pasture, and improved nutrient management. And then we're also working with small acreage farmers that are suitable for their situations.
And their goal is to grow regenerative agriculture across more of these soils.
We hope on 500,000 acres in Missouri, working with 3,000 farmers, to have more of these practices in place.
The biggest barrier, farmers getting comfortable with the idea that the cost of cover crop seed and other practices will benefit their bottom line.
On average, we find that cover crops takes about 3 years to pay off, but it can pay off faster in some situations. Like if you have herbicide-resistant weeds, they can pay off in a year or two, or if you're grazing those cover crops, that can pay off in 1 year.
Myers says by getting away from bare soils in the winter and cultivating more living roots in the soil year-round, the soils will thrive and weather the storms of Mother Nature year after year. All right, we need to take a quick break, but up next, the political landscape ahead of the midterms and what the outcome could mean for farmers. Our marketing roundtables kick back off next.
Farmer to Farmer, the Conservation at Work video series features real stories, real successes, real quick. See what's possible at farmers.gov/conservation.